It is time for Main Street Magazine on Robin Hood Radio. Now, of course, Main Street Magazine is, of course, you'll find it all throughout the tri-state region as a free pickup magazine at numerous locations. Also, their website that goes along with that, which is mainstreetmag.com. And once again, we welcome Thorin Christendaughter in with us. Thorin, nice to speak to you again today.
You as well. Thanks for having me again, Marshall.
Well, as media folks, you in print media and on the web, and us as a radio station also on the web, we have entered a time which I know I've been doing this for 50 years. I've never been through, and I'm sure you as Main Street Magazine have never been through, and that is the spread of the coronavirus and how it is really impacting our area now.
It is. It's just a weird time. It's scary. And usually when, I'm not saying pandemics, but when issues like this happen globally, I feel like, it trickles down slow to the local areas. But this is hitting us here in our region just as fast as it's hitting everywhere else. And it's amazing how quickly, I feel like in the span of, a week or 10 days, how it's trickled down to every single business and individual here in our communities.
It all started to change at 11 o'clock last Thursday morning, ladies and gentlemen, and we are now only on we're recording this on Monday, but the big change happened Thursday and Friday, but the changes continue to pile up, and it makes it an interesting time for us, especially because what we do as our media business is we promote local events and local businesses. That's our job.
Certainly. I mean, for us, it started early last week, and we're currently working on our April issue, which is also an environmental issue. And we had a number of advertisers who were promoting events that were going to happen in April and May. And we were getting calls and notifications, hey, we can't run the ad because our event is canceled. And, of course, hey, we hate to lose the ad. That's how we, pay for the free publication. But we completely understand, and we just, are empathetic to all the small businesses and events that are struggling right now, as I think we all are. And it's a tough thing, and the unknown is what's kind of scary about it.
What we have done here at Robin Hood Radio is anybody who's an underwriter, we are giving them free additional airtime to put across their message when they have to change their hours or they change how they are operating their business. And we do it free of charge for our current underwriters. And if you're a business and you're not a current underwriter, what we'll do is we've got, and you can go to our website, or you can go to our social media page, whtdrobinhoodradio.com, and you'll find a link where if you're not an underwriter, you can still go and make a small donation. And you make the donation amount you want. It is $5, $10, $20, whatever it is. You make that donation, and along with that donation, give us the message you want to put across, and we will put it on the air numerous times during the day. We'll also put it on the internet, on our Facebook page, and we have a special coronavirus page that people go to that's on our main website, which is coronavirus, and then it gives the date. And we'll put those messages on because we're one big community, and Main Street Magazine and Robin Hood Radio wouldn't exist without the support from area businesses that we get on a day in, day out basis.
You got that right.
So, I mean, a couple of things that came across, and it's shocking, like when you hear the movie house has to close. It's shocking when you hear all restaurants have to close in New York and Connecticut, and they're going to offer, unless they offer curbside pickup or takeouts. So it really is an amazing time.
It is, and whereas we are located right on Main Street here in Millerton, our offices, and we're a big part of the community here locally. We've been talking, and the fact that I'm very involved in the business alliance here in town, we've been talking to the local businesses, and as well as Debbie Middlebrook, our mayor here, and who has been sharing with us from Dutchess County, and Mark Molinaro, But Eleanor at 52 Main, she came in early last week to talk to me and said that she's already offering, at that point, curbside pickup. And the diner here in Millerton, I think on Friday, closed the door basically for seating inside. We're offering delivery or pickup at the door. And that seems to be the consensus, for a lot of the restaurants. But, hey, they're trying to help folks out by, if they still want to eat out, but, pick it up and go home. And the same for a lot of other businesses. I know the antique stores here in town this week are doing more or less, by appointment only, just as a safety precaution. And Debbie Middlebrook, we look to her to give us a guide as to what she recommends for the businesses. And I think what we're doing here in Millerton is happening more or less in every town and village around the area.
Hey, I'm going to give kudos to Debbie Middlebrook from Millerton, and also the town of Northeast. They were the first towns to send out a comprehensive letter on what they're doing and all the information, and then give their contact numbers. And it was about 12 or 13 hours after they did that other towns started to give us that same information. So they were both way ahead of the curve on that.
Yeah, Debbie and Chris Kennan sent out a letter on Saturday, and I spoke with her via email yesterday, as did the executive committee of the Business Alliance, and we just shared this morning with all the businesses in town. We put it on Millerton's Facebook page too, the message from the Business Alliance, as well as from Debbie, and all that information. And here on the New York side, Governor Cuomo is advising small, I guess all businesses, but businesses, if they can let people work from home, or do what they can and cut down capacity to 50%. And I think everyone's trying to adhere to that as much as possible. But on the flip side, Griffin here is working on an article to put online on our website, because obviously everyone's trying to stay home, so we're still trying to bring you the news. So please visit our website. But he's working on an article about the ways you can still support local businesses. And, one way is to buy gift cards, whether it be for now or for later, or to give someone or keep it yourself, because a lot of these businesses are already suffering a bit. So we're just trying to do our part to come up with ways that we can still, band together as a community while we're trying to flatten the curve.
And another thing that we have to talk about really is our senior citizens who happen to be in any one of the senior citizens centers that we have around here at Noble Horizons, at Gear, at wherever they are, because they're the most susceptible to the coronavirus. You can't visit them anymore. Even family members have to be cleared to visit. Sharon Hospital has a brand new procedure for going to the hospital, and they're setting up a toll-free hotline at New Vance Health. We sit here and we talk about this, and gosh, we're in Sharon, Connecticut, and Millerton, New York. It's so strange. It's so strange.
It is very strange, and it feels like, I've woken up a couple of mornings, the last few days, and I'm like, wait a second, oh, this is reality. This isn't the movie, from 1993 Outbreak with Morgan Freeman. This is actually happening. But I follow Sharon Hospital on Facebook, and I see all the posts they're putting out, all the information, which, as a citizen here, I appreciate, to hear the facts of the matter, and it's facts over fear. And we hope to do the same with our website. We put out a notice last week about what local officials are, who and how are providing updates. And that's something we will continue to update. And, early last week, I joked with my comrades here in the office, should we put out a statement? And the next day, because I felt like there are three of us in the office here, and we're a local magazine. And there's no need, we're not a big organization like the hospital or Noble Horizons, putting out a statement. But the next day, every business was putting out some form of statement. And, so we did too, just in regards to, we're encouraging people to be healthy and safe and do the right thing. And, we have a sign on our door. We're asking people to come in only by appointment. Not that we get too many people in here, but, you just never know. Because, we're not the demographic who is most susceptible, but, there are people within our family who are. So we don't want to bring this to them either.
Well, as a radio station, we just did the same thing effective this morning. We put signs at the front and back. The building itself is closed for anybody except for Robin Hood Radio employees. We only have 3, and we need those 3 to keep healthy so we can keep broadcasting. Right, yeah. So and we let people know that they can reach us by email, on Facebook. They can even put a message or leave anything they want to the back door, because as media outlets, it really is our responsibility to serve the public and keep operating as normally as we can.
And that's precisely what we are trying to do. And, right now, Ashley and I each have small children, and, My stepson's school is closed for 2 weeks. My daughter goes to the Hotchkiss daycare, and they were already on winter break. So, this is her second week of winter break, and I'm just waiting on word to see if they're going to extend that, because we obviously know Hotchkiss is not going to let the kids return and are going to turn to online learning for a bit. So we're people are also facing the fact that their kids are home for 2 to 4 weeks or more right now.
It's an amazing time. And once again, the web address is, once again, mainstreetmag.com. And also the pickup. All I can say, Thorin, is stay healthy and keep okay. And we'll speak to you again in another couple of weeks.
We will, and we encourage people, hey, we don't just have coronavirus updates on there. We have a lot more information, and if you want to get distracted for a while or read some good articles, we also have all kinds of other topics on there. So, and you and I were joking before about, we have a new film review up. Well, since we can't go to the movies, at least you can read the film review, and when, things get back to normal, you can go see the movie. So we got a lot of stuff on there, to keep people entertained, and we're going to continue to bring you guys the news as much as we can.
Okay, Thorin, we'll speak to you in a couple of weeks.
Sounds good. Stay healthy.